Spencer Lewis here, post-race at OSCAAR Super Late Model, round number 2 in 2014. I'm here with our rookie of the race, 8th place finish here tonight. The crowd pleaser, Kelly Balson. And Kelly, the consummate perfectionist, still not happy with your performance, but you said you're close. A good run here tonight. Kawartha's not an easy place to get around in a Super Late Model. Walk me through this 8th place effort here.
We had a tough practice. We battled it a little bit, learned a lot, so we won't do that. We won't make that mistake again, which is fine with me. But in the heat race, we had an entire strut on the right rear absolutely fall off the car. That clearly ended that heat race, so we have to start 17th or 18th or wherever we started, and that's fine. But as I say to all my crew guys, so that everybody kind of has a happy, deal going home tonight, we're close. And I realized it didn't show up on the track with Gressel being an absolute rocket ship. But we lost all of our brakes at lap 15, right to the wall, and that's never happened. We've never had a brake problem before, but it's close. Give me some brakes and just a couple little adjustments on the chassis, and we're close. It's 8th or 9th, whatever. And last time, like I was going to say last week, but 2 weeks ago at Sunset, it was demoralizing. This isn't demoralizing. We're closer. Dan McCaddy did a hell of a job. My crew, Graham and Lyndon and my dad and Dan Price is here wrenching away, feature winner at Peterborough Speedway, shout out to Cowboy. They did a hell of a job. We're making gains. I'm not displeased.
Now, let's go on a scale of 1 to 10. If Sunset was a 1 with how displeased you were with how poor the car performed, what was it tonight?
A 6. It was a 6. We had a filthy push off in the feature, but I'm pretty confident that had we not screwed up that one practice, we could have made adjustments there. And then again, if we had to run that whole heat race, our only heat race before the shock fell off, we could have made adjustments there too. So we lost a lot of practice time and stuff like that. But the thing is, the car is close. It's much, much closer. It's turning. It's getting up off so much so that we were tight to the wall off. I'm confident that we were losing 2 to 4 tenths on brakes, and we were losing a tenth or 2 per corner on the push up off. So. And even then, we weren't that bad. So, it's encouraging.
Now, tonight, you sort of drove through your first real OSCAAR melee in turn 2, which sort of set off the night, and just a big accordion effect. You mentioned that you sort of saw it coming. Walk me through what you saw in turn number 2, because I'm sure that's probably one of the wrecks that people are going to remember about this event.
Yeah, well, a wreck's a wreck, and it doesn't matter if you're in a Thunder car, a limited late model, a mini stock, or whatever you're in. You can smell it coming. You can smell it like a bad outhouse hanging out in Bob Cajun. You could smell it coming, and I could see it, and I thought, man, what the F is happening here? And I checked up a little bit, and of course it looked like a lot of guys took some heavy damage on that, and that's not cool. I saw Shane's car look pretty twisted up and stuff like that, but boy, they were stacking up in a hurry, and I'm not sure what happened up front, because again, we started 17th or 18th or something. So, but boy, you could see it. You could see just smoke and stuff like that flying up there, and I thought, you know what, get low. There's a lot of room down here at Kawartha coming out of 2, and I get low, and sure enough, they got stacked up and started slamming the wall, and it was pretty ugly. So I hope the guys that got collected up on that, I hope they're all right for Barrie.
Now we're going to, excellent segue into my next question, because what are we going to need to do to go back to DMR or go back to the shop and get this program ready for Barrie Speedway? Because you cannot find a speedway more different. You're here at Kawartha, you got a lot of room, lots of room for activities. Barrie Speedway, not so much. What's going to be the change in strategy getting ready for round number 3?
Well, clearly there's going to have to be a huge chassis setup difference. I've talked to Dan. We were talking about that with Dan last night at DMR. We were setting up the car for here, and it worked well here today. Again, we weren't perfect, and then we had the brake problem, blah, blah, blah. But going to Barrie's another animal. But to be honest with you, I think maybe I'm a little more comfortable on the short track. A little more comfortable with the confines of everybody bouncing off each other and stuff like that. It's kind of where I grew up. It's kind of what I do, so that's fine. A lot of mosquitoes here at Mosquito.
You're getting killed by mosquitoes. So if our viewers are wondering why the video's jumping around here, that's exactly what it is. So final question. I know it's not possible with a whole lot of support. Who would we like to thank here tonight for this 8th place finish in round number 2 at Kawartha Speedway?
Clearly, Roddy Cochran Automotive, built that big steam that's under the hood there. Mike Schmidt, London Recreational, Spencer Lewis Promotions, helping me out. But the guys in the pits tonight, again, worked their ass off. Graham Flett, Dan Price, my dad, Lyndon Parody, Ryan Parody, they're all here helping. We were digging pretty hard. It was pretty cool. And it's a lot more encouraging. I won't take near as many vodkas to get over this one as it did 2 weeks ago.
There you go, folks. 8th place finish here at Kawartha. He's getting ready for Barrie Speedway, June 14th, round 3 of the tour. Make sure you're there to support him. Card on the B10, the London Recreational Ride. Shout out to Mike Schmidt. It's none other than the crowd pleaser, Kelly Balson.